So this first piece is inspired by this song. I really wanted to follow the color blocking technique that is used in the cover art, and I tried matching the colors as closely as possible to the original. I really like the red lining in the original, so I wanted to incorporate that into my version, although you can't really see it, but I used like a gel pen to do that. I also didn't want to draw any hands because I really hate drawing hands, so this pose was intentional. I really like this one in particular because from the other ones you're gonna see, this one is probably one of my favorites, aka the ones that I don't hate. This next piece is inspired by TXT's title track for a love song. The elements in this painting is pulled from the lyrics, so obviously pill bottles. It's not really subtle, it's very on the nose with me. As for the fish, in the music video there's this one scene where they're in the swimming pool and there's fish floating above their heads. The roses are actually a nod to the set design they had on some of their stages, which originally these roses were white, but when I finished the whole piece I wanted to add some magenta into it because they looked a bit washed out. The blue background is supposed to represent them being underwater because I felt it was appropriate. This song has pretty much been one of my favorites throughout this year. Whenever I listen to this song it feels like I'm drowning in like a good way. I don't know how to explain that, so I wanted to provoke that kind of serene and chaotic experience. I don't really like this piece because I feel like it's quite messy, and I just felt that my vision for the painting didn't come out the way I wanted it to, but I still like some elements of the piece, like the fish. This third painting is inspired by Bambam's solo debut. As you can see, the mask is a direct reference to the dancers that he had on stage with him, where the whole aquamarine to magenta gradient was kind of seen everywhere, so on his mic, on the dancers' masks, etc. and in the MV as well. I just really liked the masks, so I wanted to paint them. This stance is actually a sketch of Chaeryeong in that one live they did. I just thought she looked really pretty that day and I wanted to draw her. The colors I used around the mask, like the blonde hair and the pink skin, were kind of a way to put a lot of emphasis on the mask itself. I'm not sure if that was executed properly, but it was an attempt. The ribbon drawings done by just pen were a last minute touch, which was just to distract you from how bad the piece was. I also added some graphic liner to her eyes, and that's probably my favorite part of this whole piece. Everything else kind of sucks. Okay, so this next one, this was when I altered Treasure. I still do now, but just not as much as I did before. To be very fair, I was very delirious when I was drawing this. I was trying to pull an all-nighter, so this piece was finished at around 3 AM. I remember I had a really hard time with the nose and the lips. My favorite part is the hair because of the highlights done by rubbing away that graphite. My other favorite part is his beauty mark. I think adding it was probably the most enjoyable part for me. After I finished it, I thought it looked a bit empty, so I filled the background space with his lyrics. But we don't know if that really turned out well, but you know, I tried my best. I kind of really like this because it's impressive that I did this with like 0 sleep. Okay, this last one. This is the most recent piece I finished. It's inspired by Rosé's Gone. I like painting monochromatic pieces because it's a lot easier for me, and also there's so much depth that you can add to just a single color, and it looks really impactful. The scales of the snake took way too long. Oh my god. When I finished the snake alone, I felt like I was about to pass out. It took like 2-3 weeks to finish just the snake, but the time that I put into it was definitely worth it because it's my favorite part. Just snakes in general really fascinate me. I also really wanted to paint a turtle. That's why there's a turtle on the corner.
What do you think? I like turtles.
This was a lot shorter in terms of time usage, but I still really like him. The background is just watered down acrylic. I wanted to add some green into the mix to add some contrast to the whole piece in general. Overall, like I said, I do really like this piece. I did rush the turtle a bit because I was kind of tired of this whole painting in general.
All my heart is gone.
Okay, now on to my GCSE art. Oh my goodness. This sketch of Jisung in one of his magazine shoots. This sketch is subpar, to say the least. I guess I really like the way I drew his ears. What else do I like? I really hate the way I drew his face. There's no depth or dimension that I put into any of it. The hair, there's no depth in that either. The eyebrows are way too thick. You can't see any life in his eyes. I just feel really bad for Jisung. And the hands, look how ugly those hands are. Those chubby chode fingers, I'm so sorry. See, I suck at drawing hands. The black teardrops, I just think that that was a distraction to how bad the piece is. So I just added them for Bant. Okay. Oh no.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Oh my god. Okay, this is supposed to be Mark. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. His face is way too short. His lips are way too small. Like, I minimized just his face and left everything normal. Jesus Christ. I really like the way I drew his ears. I don't know why. I feel like the best thing I draw is ears. And the hand actually looks decent. The gold that you see on his hands was actually an accident. I was doing another painting simultaneously to sketching this one, so I accidentally transferred a bit of the gold onto the sketch, but it gives it a nice element of interest. Oh my god, I can't with the lips, it's so bad. And the nose, oh god, why am I so bad at drawing? And the thing is, about what's sad about this is that this was only, I think, 4 years ago that I drew this. I have not progressed whatsoever. I bet you asked me to draw the same picture right now, it would come out worse than this. I don't know why. I can't. I really can't. Wow. I'm like speechless at my own how bad this is. Okay.
Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby.
Let me hear you